I was reading this book earlier and it got me thinking life had to be way easier and way simpler when we were all dumber and didn't have access to like so much information. It was this book and it's kind of explaining the Bible and like talking about like the thing they were talking about was heaven and like how heaven's in the sky, but then like it got all like weird once you found out like the earth was round because it's like there's no up really. You know what I mean? Like the universe is infinite. So like there's no up anymore. And like it kind of made people like question like not God, but like the question of like what like their life is and the meaning of life, because all they were told for so long is that like above the sky was heaven. And like take for example, this is what they use in the book, like a farmer in the 600s, right? Like he's told the earth is flat and he's told like heaven's right above the sky. And you know, he kind of just goes throughout his life and he's told like the earth is flat, heaven's right above you. And there's really nothing to contradict that. Like he's a farmer living in the middle of Europe in the middle of nowhere. And you know, there might be a town, but there's not access to that much information. And every day he can kind of just, you know, live peacefully knowing that like, okay, like when I die, I go to heaven, that's above the sky, and that's really it. Taking comparison to today, like if you have like a question being like, okay, like if someone told you like the earth is flat, you could literally look it up, be like, the earth is flat. Is the earth flat? And be like, no, the earth is round. Or even like, that's just a simple example, but like take it for like a bigger debate. Like back in the day, you kind of get told about God, you get kind of told about religion, and you know, you're probably around people who believe that religion too, and you're not like thinking about it at all. You're like, okay, this is true. And even if you have like thoughts about it, like, oh, can this be real? Is this real? Is this not? Like, you have no one to discuss it with. And now, like, if I have a question about literally anything, I could go online and find a group of people who have the same question, or a group of people who are like agreeing with me. It's kind of crazy to think about. And it's not even like a religion aspect where like, you know, I feel like there was always kind of debate around religion. I forget who they were talking about. I think they were talking about Saul. And like the reason why this was so simple is that like he was told the earth was flat and like and like he knew like the sky above him was just water in between him and heaven or something like that. But like think about it from even just like a relationship standpoint. Like you can go back like 50 years. Like you're dating this girl, you date for 2 years and then you break up, right? And you know, you kind of go your separate ways. You know, if you live in your home, the same hometown, you might see each other again. But if you're like living in a city or you move, like you're probably never going to see that person again or hear from that person again. And it's probably for the better. You know, you can move on with your life, and you know, like if life brings you back together, it'll bring you back together. But think about it now. You break up with someone for you were dating for 2 years, and you know, you were talking, whatever. You can even move away from each other. You can go and see what that person's up to tonight. You can go on their Instagram. You can go on their Snapchat and be like, oh, they're now here. Who are they with? Are they talking to someone new? You'll be able to see their new boyfriend as soon as they post it. That'll be right in front of your face. And I think that kind of leads to like a lot of problems in today's society. Like we have so much information where it almost hurts us. Like not only like information about the world, information about other people's life, like now you're like, that leads to like mental health issues or whatever, because now you're comparing her life to like what you're currently doing, and you're just thinking like, okay, like I need to get ahead of her, but she's doing this, like she's moved on already. Like you shouldn't know any of that stuff. Like that person moves on, you're kind of like, okay, like that's my life. And like I hope I'm kind of making sense here. I'm rambling a little bit, but just like think about like even like, I don't know, like not even like information. Like you know so much about another person's life where you're now comparing it to yourself, and you're like, that's why when like I post on social media, like I never like post and like I never try to flex anymore. Like I did a little when I was starting off because I thought that's kind of like how you do it, but like if I'm somewhere cool, like I'll show it just to show like my followers, which I guess is kind of flexing a little bit. But like for example, we were shooting the show for Overtime about a month ago, and we were on this yacht, and like, you know, it was cool. Like it was like a yacht, and like we were just like swimming off it really, but everyone who was on that boat posted the yacht on social media, from like people on the show to like people who were just like filming the show. Like they wanted to show to everyone, hey, I'm on a yacht in Miami. It's not like we were doing anything that cool. Like we were just filming a show, and like I jumped off, went swimming, like, but everyone was just like showing like they were on a yacht, and I'm like, what are we trying to prove here? But then like, and we're relating it back to this, everyone sees you're on a yacht, and you're like, who's following that person, and they're thinking to themselves like, why am I not on a yacht right now? Like what am I doing in my life where I'm not on a yacht? And it just kind of just gives like this false like feeling that like you're behind, and like you shouldn't know that I'm on a yacht right now. Like especially if you're just working too, like who cares? Like it's just it's my job, and like I don't know. I just feel like like I don't know, I've been like really like I've been diving into like a lot of books about like religion stuff recently, and I'm like I stopped watching almost every Christian content creator because like I feel like it's almost too much information, and like I'm in a worse spot than I am now with God than I was pre social media, even though I know more about God now. Like it's like it turned into like me not having. I want to make a full video about this actually now thinking about it, but it turned into me having a relationship with God and kind of knowing God how I know God, to me listening to all these influencers, and now I'm following a certain set of rules, and instead of me knowing God, it's just me like knowing a bunch of rules. I mean, I know I kind of went on a tangent this video, but like you just have to think, like especially like when our grandparents were younger and stuff like that, like not having access to all this information at once, like just had to be better for your brain. And like you can make the argument now that like it's like awesome that you can know everything at once, but even like you it's almost an information overload because we don't retain a lot of it. Like a lot of it's just like dopamine hit, dopamine hit, dopamine hit. I know that's such a buzzword now, but like yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it was easier when you had no information.